Hello, Benjamin from Eclipse IoT and Virtual IoT here. It's been a while. Well, no, actually, we've been lining up some very cool speakers for Virtual IoT. And yeah, I think last time we spoke was last Thursday, and we're already back for a cool presentation today about Eclipse SmartHome. I think we've had presentations about Eclipse SmartHome a couple of times in the past. Well, today it's going to be fun. Not only will you learn about how to develop for Eclipse SmartHome, but the use case and the angle is quite new. It's going to be by means of tinkering with Minecraft. So without further ado, I will let Sascha Wolter from Deutsche Telekom give us a presentation about Smart Home and Minecraft. As always, if you have questions, please make sure, and I should remember to do that before introducing the speakers. Virtual IoT hashtag on Twitter, ask us questions, or now it's probably even easier to just use YouTube, and you can comment on YouTube, or you can also discuss among each other. That's a great forum for that. So now, without further ado, Sascha, would you please go ahead with your presentation?
Yeah, thank you for the introduction. And yeah, well, I thought because this event, this meetup is called Virtual IoT, it might be a good chance to get the physical world and the virtual world somehow together. And this will be the second half of my talk to demonstrate how you can use the virtual world of Minecraft together with the physical world with real bulbs and wall switches or whatever you have in your, in quote, smart home. So all in all, let's start with the Internet of Uncanny, of scary things. And what does that mean? Well, the most famous sample for the Internet of Things might be the smart home, something which people start to take use of right now. And here's one great sample of a toy smart home, which you already can buy at Amazon or at your local toy dealer. This smart home developed by, I guess, Mattel, I'm not quite sure. It's called Hello Barbie Dream House. And if you don't have any takeaways from this talk, at least you can buy this smart home to make your very own experience with a connected home. Anyway, this home is a little scary because kids have always on listening device in their children's room to talk to. On the other hand, I guess this will be the future, that we will talk to our devices. And with the Hello Barbie Dreamhouse for around $300 US, there you can, for instance, open doors via voice commands. You can turn the stairway into a slide. You can call the elevator, and you even can bake cookies if you like. Everything with voice commands, talking to your house. Anyway, things like that, they feel somehow scary. They scare people. People don't know how they could take this. And this is always with new things. Even in the past, when trains were invented, the people scared that. The people thought that trains might kill you. If they are faster, if transportation is faster than 20 miles per hour, you will get crazy. And at least if you're faster than 30 miles per hour, you will probably die. And that was because people did not know anything faster than 20 miles per hour, which is somehow the maximum speed of horses. But trains have been faster, and people did scare that. Not only common people, also doctors, academics, all of these people said that you could probably die traveling faster than 30 miles per hour. But nowadays we know that this is not really dangerous depending on your driving skills. It's just a change. It's just faster, maybe better, not always. And this is somehow the same with the Internet of Things. And the Internet of Things, which is nowadays kind of a buzzword used by a lot of marketing departments to sell stuff, unfortunately sometimes with quite useless functionality. Anyway, this is not as new as you might imagine. It's quite old. The first well-known sample for the Internet of Things is the Coke machine, the beverage dispenser from 1982 from the, I can't pronounce this, Carnegie Mellon University, I think is the name. And this was because of a very simple need. The students say they want to know if there are still is Coke in this this automat, and if they can get Coke walking there, they want to know that in advance and not getting to an empty machine. So they did develop kind of an Internet of thing, which is nowadays very common. Most dispensers, beverage dispensers, ATMs, and so on, they are connected to control them remotely. But the oldest sample I found for a very similar thing like the Internet of Things is an ATM. And the first ATMs, which is kind of a distributed system, distributed computers, I found was from the late 60s in Sydney. That was the first city I know where they had ATMs. But I know at about the same time they did start something similar in the UK, I guess in London. So this is the beginning of the Internet of Things. And the major change nowadays is that almost everything gets connected, not just big expensive machines, almost everything. You can connect your, for instance, your toothbrush, your toaster, your car, your toilet paper printer. And the farming industry uses IoT in quotes a lot, for instance, to connect beehives. And there's even a connected wick. Sony has a patent on that. It's supposed to be for inner city navigation. I can't imagine using a wick on my head to navigate through a city, but Sony has a patent on that. So there are plenty of samples for almost everything which is somehow connected. And if there's something you might think of which might not be connected yet, I'm pretty sure it's already connected. Somebody did that. Even the most embarrassing and awkward things are already somehow connected. But that leads me to the next issue with that. Well, the Internet of Things is anywhere around us. Everything seems to get connected. But all in all, it's still quite complicated. It's not for the regular users. It's more or less for innovators, progressive thinkers, people who really like to play with gadgets, with new technologies. And our promise and our aim to build something with a real value still somehow fails. Think of the first fridges, the first IoT, the first connected fridges in the late 90s. This sample is by Electrolux, and they said it's an awesome idea to connect fridges, but I don't know of anybody who really makes use of connected fridges. It's still a failed value proposition. We need to get better doing that. We need to have more compelling solutions. We have to address real demands and needs and not to invent something more or less useless just for some business models and technological skills. One more issue is the overall user experience. The IoT is it's somehow similar in its age, like the invention of the light at the early beginning. When the light was invented and they did install some street lights in New York, they need to attach signs to these lights because the people still try to turn on electric lights with their lighters and with their fires, and that did somehow fail. So they did install kind of signs to explain how to use electric light, how to use this kind of magic. And this reminds me of the way how we use nowadays the Internet of Things, because it's way too complicated. If I get home, I need to turn on my phone. I need to find the right application to start this application. By the way, I have to make sure that I am in the local internet and my Wi-Fi, that I am somehow connected. So then I have started the app. Inside that app, I have to find the device I want to control. And then finally, I can control this device. I can, for instance, turn on and off the light. And this only works if my wife did not turn out the light via the wall switch, because in this case, there's no power on the lights and I can't control these. So it's way too complicated. I think the Internet of Things and smart homes must get a completely new and more natural user interface. Maybe it's a solution to talk to the devices, like Amazon Echo with Alexa, or Google Home with the Google Assistant too, or there's even a Chinese version called Ling Long Ding Dong. Don't ask me why. And there are plenty of devices you can talk to control your home. And this is something, I guess it's quite important for us as developers. We need to make experience with these devices. We need to play around with these devices. I have most of these devices. I have an Amazon Echo and a Google Home, and I try out those devices. I make my experience. I like to learn what's good, what's bad. Does my family like that? Do they maybe refuse talking to devices? And this is quite important. And this is one reason why I love the prototypic approach I want to show you later with Minecraft. Anyway, talking to devices is something very popular nowadays. And I can tell you, my kids, they love it. They love talking to our smart home, much more than taking a phone, finding the right application. But it's also a little scary, because if you imagine the house I remember earlier, there's something similar called Hello Barbie or My Friend Kayla. All these toys, these puppets, these dolls are something you can talk to. You can talk to these dolls, and they are kind of scripted dialogues, and they ask you questions. You can respond to them, and this is something which make you think, because my friend Kayla, no, I guess the Hello Barbie doll, this one got the Big Brother Award in Austria. And the reason is not because of some security issues, some technical constraints, something like that. No, they got that because the parents are now able to listen to the sound snippets recorded of their children. So every secret a child tells this doll is something the parents can listen to later. It's like reading in their diaries. And this is really, really scary. But even that is not new. Currently, I make some research on speech recognition, and I found that sample. And this doll is from the late 80s, was already able to listen to children. Children could train it to start some singing and things like that. And the major difference with the things we use nowadays is that these things take use of machine learning. They are not just rule-based. They can learn what we like. They can make use of the context. And thinking about something like that, we get into a world with anticipation and empathy, kind of a smart home which knows us, which knows what we like, which knows our hobbies, our favorites. And in this case, this Simpsons sample is from the early century, 2001. And there, this house, this Ultra House 3000, knows what the family likes to eat and prepares their favorite meals. Unfortunately, in the end, this house falls in love to Marge and tries to kill Homer. But I hope that will not happen with our upcoming smart home, that they try to kill us. But anyway, it's something people did imagine 20 years ago, this idea of an empathic home, something which really likes us. And honestly, I would love to have a smart home which really likes me, which makes always my favorite meals, which knows how I feel, which plays my favorite music, which prepares the bath if I need it, something like that. And this is not really far away, because already we have some beverage dispensers which now are gender, age, and mood, just using image processing. They can read how we feel and can suggest what we like to drink, for instance. And to get to this kind of ideas, to make some experience with this stuff, I like to use toys and want easy visual approaches. I like to work with things like Scratch, for instance. Scratch is a visual programming environment. It's intended for kids to learn programming, but it's also a great prototyping tool. It's a little bit like Node-RED for kids, and this is something I do a lot. I combine that with hardware like a Makey. Makey is an Android board which you can connect like a human interface device to your PC, and everything you connect to this hardware, to this Makey, will be converted into keystrokes and mouse movements. So it's quite easy to connect almost everything which has at least a little bit of resistance, which can be measured and then used as a keystroke or mouse movement. So I can build prototypes, built of Play-Doh and tin foil and pencil strokes, whatever you like. But one more approach I like is Minecraft. Usually I do that together with my 11-year-old son, Minecraft sessions. Unfortunately, he's still in school today. He has a long day, so he can't support me. And I'm a little lost in explaining how Minecraft works because I only know the technical part, and walking through Minecraft, I always seem to be drunk or something like that. My son always makes fun of me. By the way, one more advantage of doing this Minecraft stuff is that I finally have something I can do together with my son. And thanks to this, I got my son into programming. He nowadays can write some Lua code, and he's also already interested in Java programming and creating his own modifications. But this is my cheat sheet by Minecraft 101. And there are several versions of Minecraft you can extend. I use more or less the computer edition, which works on Macs and Windows PCs. But there are much more versions which you can use for stuff like that. For instance, there's a Pocket edition and a very similar edition for the Raspberry Pi. If you use the Raspberry Pi edition, then you can create modifications using Python, for instance. But in my case, I use the computer edition because this is the most powerful in terms of modifications, and the modifications are written usually in Java. Using Minecraft, there are several modes. The most important game modes are called survival and creative. Unfortunately, in survival mode, you can die, and because I'm the worst Minecraft player ever, I prefer the creative mode, and the creative mode has one more advantage, because in Minecraft it's very usual that you harvest some wood and some stones, things like that, and then you have recipes to create new blocks to build something, your own new blocks. And because I have no clue about the recipes, I like the creative mode because there's every resource available. Everything which is available in Minecraft you can use as much as you like. You don't need to harvest something in front of that and to use these recipes. And then there is kind of a chat console inside Minecraft, and inside this chat console you can use some commands, and the commands which are important, I've summarized them here, are for instance to change the weather, to change the time, to change the game mode, and TP player XYZ is to teleport you somewhere, to get you to a certain place. And last but not least, it's good to know that there's the E key. This gets you into the inventory, and inside the inventory you get all the blocks and tools you need in Minecraft. So what I do at the beginning, if I like to extend Minecraft, I use a modification which is already done, and you get that free in the internet. It's called Computercraft. There are two versions of Computercraft. One is called just Computercraft, and this one you can use to code Lua inside Minecraft. Lua is a very easy programming language, easy to learn, and quite powerful. And it's also a programming language which is very popular in the embedded world. There are some firmwares for ESPs, for instance, where you can write Lua code directly for that chips. And the second version is called Computercraft Edu for education. It's the same thing. You still can use Lua, but on top of that, you have a visual programming environment. So there's no need to write your own code, but I usually prefer to write the own Lua code inside that. And once you have installed this modification inside Minecraft, in your inventory, you find computers and CD drives and printers. So you get this anachronistic devices, and you can use these devices inside your Minecraft world. In this image, you see there's one computer. and the Lua code beside that computer is for getting a key code, an access code to open the door. So that's everything which happens there. So I just clear the output, and inside the output, I write enter password. Then I read the password from the console. And if the password is right, I use RS. RS is for redstone and set output left. So for the left side of my computer, I send a redstone signal. Redstones are kind of, you can imagine these like electric wires. And if I turn on the power on this wire on the left, the door opens. Or if I turn off the power, the door closes again. So that's the way Lua works and how you can integrate computers inside your world. And now I like to show you how it works together with, in this case, Eclipse SmartHome, because the only difference is that now I connect the Lua code to Eclipse SmartHome via its REST interface. So everything I do is that I send some HTTP requests to my local Eclipse SmartHome, and then it looks like that. If I start Minecraft, the local single-player version with this modification called Computercraft, my world should start. And here on the right, you see the house my son did build. It's a fully connected smart home, and because I'm not that good in Minecraft, here on the left side, you find my house, and even that is built by my son. He calls it Dog Hut, thankful. And there you see a lever, and the lever is connected via redstones to a lamp, and I can turn on and off this lamp, just turning on and off the lever. The lever is already a power source. And here you see an OR gate. So just using redstones, levers, lamps, and stuff like that, there have been people building complete CPUs, disk drives, everything you can imagine, just built out of kind of these OR end gates based on redstones. And here you can see now a running computer with the running code. And if I turn on and off the switch via my phone, a Wemo switch, you probably should see that the off and text turns into on again. So here's my installation, and now it's on and off again, and just using a Computercraft computer and a Computercraft monitor. That's everything I use, and the code looks like that. If I get into this computer using the right mouse button and now using Control-T for terminate, I can edit maybe a different program. I call that one switch. And in this switch program, you see that I have attached my monitor, that's the peripheral, on top of that. And there's the while loop reading a redstone signal. The redstone signal is delivered to the right side. And depending on the signal, I send a command to an object which is called SmartHome. And SmartHome is my extension, which I did write in Lua for Lua. It's kind of a newly created API which just hides the REST call. So everything which is happening inside the SmartHome object is creating the REST call. And now I can use this lever and turn on and off again my light, my real-world UBOT, my physical light, through the Eclipse SmartHome gateway. Yeah, thanks to that, my son did ask me for some more extensions. There's one called Magic Wand, and if I now create a chicken and I use this Magic Wand, I can connect it to the real world. I can create a lightning and destroy this this animal somehow. So I did create a wand which creates a lightning for doing something in Minecraft, but on the other hand, which also is visible in the real world, which makes a physical visible light. Furthermore, you can see in this image on the right bottom, there's a small embedded board. It's based on an ESP, so it's connected via Wi-Fi with some sensors. And I did currently start listening to this device inside Minecraft, which works via a simple HTTP request directly to this device. And this device can measure temperature, humidity, and furthermore the light. And if it's getting dark outside, it's getting dark inside Minecraft as well. So I'm not only able to control the physical world from inside the virtual Minecraft world, I also can do it vice versa, the other way around. My son also uses that because there's a simple beeper on that to get notification once some dangerous entities get close to him. Then this small device starts beeping. So now finally he can pause playing Minecraft and go to the toilet, and he gets then a reminder that there's something going on. So anyway, how do you do that yourself? That's quite simple. All you need is Minecraft Forge mod development kit. Minecraft Forge is something you anyway need. Thanks to Minecraft Forge, you get an extensible, modifiable Minecraft, which you can change in the way you like it. That's Minecraft Forge. And the Minecraft Forge mod development kit makes it much easier to create your own modifications. And the bare minimum you need is a Java class and mcmod.info file, which describes the behavior of your modification. And if you use Minecraft Forge mod development kit, you get an example modification where you can see what you have to change, what you have to do to get it running. It's not that difficult if you are able to write some Java code and to deal with Eclipse or IntelliJ, whatever you like. So inside this info file, you declare the mod ID. That's the most important part. And inside your Java class, you take this mod ID. And then you have kind of a life cycle, which is event driven. And inside this life cycle, you can write your code. And one of these life cycle events is called register commands. And inside this register commands method, you can register your very own commands, for instance, commands you can write down in the chat console. So that's the easiest way to write your own modification for Minecraft. And a command is always derived from command base. It needs a command name. It should have a get command usage method for the help documentation inside Minecraft. But the most important method is called process command. And there you write down what your command should do. Should it send some REST requests? Should it listen to REST to some SSE, server sent events? Should it, should it change something inside Minecraft? So there you write down your code, and thanks to Minecraft Forge, you have a very good API. Well, it's a little tricky documented because there are several versions and not everything is documented. So it's a lot of research you have to do to get what you need in the API, but it really works that way. Anyway, getting Minecraft into my smart home, the easier way, not just on my local machine, I want to get it into the internet or at least the intranet. I thought of opening Minecraft via REST and SSE. So that was the idea, to have a more general approach, which works not just with one player, which works with several players. So therefore, I wrote an extension for Minecraft, which opens everything you can do in Minecraft, or almost everything, via REST. So you can send REST calls to Minecraft to control, to check something. And Minecraft sends server-sent events back if you like to listen for changes inside Minecraft. And then it looks like that. This is the REST interface of my running Raspberry Pi with Minecraft, with a Minecraft server on it. And the events, the SSE also works if I generate an event while turning on and off a lever. You see that I get some JSON objects via SSE, so I can listen to that easily. And this is a very generic approach, so I can now combine Minecraft with almost everything which supports HTTP and REST. And in this case, now I connect to the server and try to play in Minecraft, which is now connected to my Eclipse SmartHome installation. And if I use this lever, turn it on and off again, it works exactly the same way as before, but now it's server-driven. So several people could use it at the same time, and it could be hosted somewhere in the internet. Furthermore, I thought of extending it with the physical web. Physical web means that I have an application which detects how far away it is from a Bluetooth beacon, a Bluetooth sender. And based on that, the door will be opened and closed again. And here you see the paper UI for Eclipse SmartHome or openHAB or QIVICON. And if I change something here, you see in Minecraft it will be changed either. So it works always from my smart home dashboard to Minecraft, from Minecraft to my smart home, from my physical web application and beacons into this world. I can connect almost everything. To get to this point, I did not use Minecraft Forge. I did use Minecraft Spigot, and Minecraft Spigot is a Minecraft server software which you get free in the internet, and creating extensions, so-called plugins. If you work with Minecraft Forge, people usually call the extensions modifications, and if you work with Minecraft Spigot, usually people call extensions plugins. But the way how you write your extensions, your plugins, is quite similar. Well, it's even easier. Writing and creating plugins, extensions for a server is easier than creating modifications for Minecraft Forge. Anyway, you need also a YAML file, which is a description, a text-based description file of your extension. And again, you need a Java class, which describes what's going on. And this Java class just has two lifecycle methods, on enable and on disable. So it's even easier than in the Minecraft Forge world. And inside the on enable method, I, for instance, can create a new command. That means I need a name for that command, in this case, send command, and an executor, which again is an instance of a special class. And this special class is derived from command executor, and it's called send command. And there's just one method, it's called on command, and there you can write down your code. There you can write down what should happen once somebody uses this command. So that's the easiest way of extending your server. And I did something very similar. I did not just add some commands, I also did add some events, as you can see here, bucket, get plugin manager, and register events. And there I did create an event listener, which maintains all the REST communication. There's this e-listening and the events going on inside Minecraft. So that's everything is going on here, and you get the full code in my GitHub repository, so you can see what I did in detail. Best part of that is that it does not only work with Eclipse SmartHome, it also works with openHAB. It works with QIVICON, the commercial version of Eclipse SmartHome. So you can use it in almost every environment which is based on Eclipse SmartHome. And to get to this point, I did need to extend Eclipse SmartHome as well, because what I've shown to you is the extension, the plugin for the Minecraft world to communicate with Minecraft, but the other way around, to get Eclipse SmartHome or QIVICON working with this extension of Minecraft, I did need to create a so-called binding. And this is a QIVICON way, but it works very similar with Eclipse SmartHome and openHAB. You can, for instance, create the skeleton via a wizard inside Eclipse, or you use a batch process, a special well-prepared batch file, which creates the OSGI skeleton. And then inside this skeleton, you need to set up some details, but the most important part is the handle command method. And the handle command method is something which gets all the incoming commands and then can, for instance, here just post the state to Minecraft, and you can do very much the same the other way around. You can, inside your binding class, you can request the state. I use the scheduler in this case, but in the real world sample you get inside my GitHub repository, I use SSE as well, because it uses less resources. It's a little bit more modern. But that's the way how it works. So I just created a simple binding which sends the changes from inside Eclipse SmartHome to Minecraft and listens to changes from Minecraft which are sent via SSE. So that's what I did with Eclipse SmartHome and Minecraft, how I did connect the virtual and the physical world. And again, you might be curious, why do I do that? One reason is because, honestly, Minecraft is quite popular. It's honestly kind of a door open. You can call it marketing, because a lot of people use Minecraft, and once you have something with Minecraft, people get interested. One more reason is that it helps to ideate. It's kind of a toyish approach. You can play around with that, and it helps to empathize if you work together with clients, because most people like Minecraft. It's like playing Lego, and it's a very efficient way for rapid prototyping, to create prototypes and furthermore to test ideas in a virtual environment. Even Microsoft has a project to test artificial intelligence inside Minecraft. They did extend Minecraft to test AI in a virtual environment. So there are plenty of ways you can make use of this approach. I love to have a virtual world, to get that connected to real world devices, to physical devices, to services, APIs, and to get everything together. Even that is quite easy. And as mentioned before, I use that for so-called value innovation workshops, where we create ideas and prototypes together with clients. And sometimes I use Scratch, sometimes I use Node-RED, and sometimes I use Minecraft. It depends on what we want to achieve. So that's what we are doing. And last but not least, the most important part is that I like to motivate so-called prosumers, people who like to consume what we do and produce new ideas, produce new scenarios, new innovations. And I guess Minecraft is a good way to do so. And I like to somehow teach kids how to deal with media, with the Internet of Things, how to use it in a responsible way. I like to enlighten people. I like to discuss with people how you can use the Internet of Things, where are the risks, where are the benefits, what are their thoughts, their scares and ideas, their needs, their demands. And therefore I love to use games and stuff like that. So that brings me to the end. There's one project done by Microsoft where they did combine Minecraft and HoloLens. They're mixed reality glasses. And if you imagine something like that combined with Eclipse SmartHome, where you have your 3D projected dashboard based on Minecraft somewhere in your living room to control your devices, I'm pretty sure that would be really fun. So that's it from my side. And if you like to support this stuff, if you like to work in this area, we still search for candidates, for developers of all kinds. Just go to the telecom.jobs website, or simply just drop me an email or contact me via Twitter. So that's it from my side.
Thanks, Sascha. Well, hacking Minecraft for a living, that sounds like a great job. So I hope people listening will keep a good note that you guys are hiring. That's really pretty cool. So I actually had a well, first I will pause and make sure that everyone with questions will make sure to ask us and ask Sascha on either the chat or on Twitter. Yeah, the like hacking smart home, like with your example, you've been mainly using Java, but are there like I'm assuming that thanks to the REST APIs, you can use other languages. Are you familiar with other well advanced integration? Like maybe you mentioned Node-RED. Is this something that people commonly do, to use Node-RED to control smart home equipment remotely?
Yes, Node-RED is quite popular. Well, where there are plenty of smart home solutions in almost every programming language. There are things in Python, JavaScript, whatever you can imagine. But Node-RED is quite popular in the area of, I guess a little bit more in the area of industrial IoT. People like to create prototypes based on Node-RED because it's quite fast and you can connect these nodes easily, and you can already take use of Bluetooth. So my personal favorite for, in quotes, more professional prototyping is Node-RED. That's my personal favorite, and it's based on JavaScript in this case.
Okay.
So I think Java is quite popular in the industrial and embedded environment. But for these classic makers, they often use Python or JavaScript.
Okay, makes sense. A question from Christian. Actually, Christian was mentioning on the chat that he's been using Lua on an ESP8266. So that's Lua is certainly great for embedded. A question regarding the delay between flipping a switch in Minecraft and seeing the reaction in the real world, and the other way around. Is this something that's like immediate, or?
Well, it's just REST and SSE, so it's the usual, in quotes, ping time. It's not real time. It's just HTTP communication, but that there was a delay in my presentation is because of the resources Minecraft needs. Minecraft needs a lot of resources for rendering, and I did use Minecraft, I did use my camera recording, I did use my Camtasia recording, so there was a lot of going on my PC, and therefore there was a lot of delay. But usually it feels smooth.
Yeah, okay, cool. There's a question from Ashish, which might be out of scope for this particular session, but thanks for asking anyways, and please ask questions. There are no wrong questions. The question was about and is about how to make an application for a gateway using Eclipse IoT. Well, so if it's a home automation gateway, I guess the answer could be use Eclipse SmartHome. If you're interested in other kind of gateway applications, there's a bunch of tutorials out there on how to use Eclipse Cura, for example, which is a great framework for an Eclipse IoT framework for building gateway solutions. There's a tutorial around the greenhouse scenario that maybe you will want to Google. And well, if you don't find your way, feel free to shoot us an email, and we'll be happy to guide you. Let me see if there are other questions. One other question for you, like what's the, I mean, you mentioned that you're playing with Minecraft, with Node-RED these days. What's next? What's your next cool demo?
Currently, I try to get much better into speech processing. That means speech recognition and speech synthesis. I did that, luckily I did that a few years ago with IVRs, interactive voice response systems, and I did some stuff with Nuance. So it's not completely new, but I'm currently preparing something like that to control my smart home. So basically, I try to get into this Amazon Echo, Cortana, Siri, and Google Home stuff. And this is quite a lot of fun. This is creating skills for these platforms is a lot of fun, and dealing with the user experience using voice is really interesting. That's what I'm currently doing. Yeah, and I believe in the idea of a more natural way with interacting with these it's so-called headless devices. That means devices, they don't have any screens or keyboards attached, so you need a way how you can control them. And I dubbed that a mobile application on my phone is the best solution. I think we need something more natural, and currently using voice seems to be the way.
Yeah. Well, maybe one last question, and I apologize if I missed that in your presentation. Are the examples that you've shown, like the example plugin and the example integration in Minecraft, is this available somewhere? Are there pointers
Yeah.
for people to go have a look?
Yeah. That it's available. Give me a second. I search for my GitHub account and I can paste it here. It's on GitHub and it's also on my blog. On my blog, I have some descriptions, some in German and some in English. So, well, that's my blog.
Well, maybe one thing that we can do is we'll add this to the comments and the description of the YouTube video for people to reference. We actually have two more questions, and I want to make sure that we spend time to try and answer them. You seem to be playing around with voice control and speech recognition. Any recommendations for Christian regarding a solution that would not send data to the internet?
Well, I don't remember the names. There are some local speech recognition engines or SDKs. There are definitely some. Nuance is offering something like that. For instance, if you need a commercial, in quotes, more professional version. But there are also some free versions. Unfortunately, as far as I know, the issue with speech recognition is that you need a huge database, a huge base of already recorded audio snippets to get to good results. So a local version never will be as good as a cloud-based version, unfortunately. But there are free versions available. I don't remember one.
Yeah, and a question from Jaima, maybe along those lines, actually, around implementing chatbots, I guess, and doing kind of conversational UX. Have you ever tried API.ai?
Yes.
So I guess that's one question. Okay, and two, that maybe a question from me. Well, one, what did you think? And two, does this work off the network?
Well, it's a cloud-based solution.
Okay.
The API AI, and I'm not aware of any on-premise solution. As far as I know, you always have to go through the, well, it's owned by Google, through the Google Cloud then. And API AI is very similar to Microsoft Lua, language understanding services, something like that. LUIS, sorry, language understanding service. LUIS is called the Microsoft version. It's very similar. I think it's a little easier, API AI. And as far as I know, API AI shares more of the machine learning models across all solutions. So the recognition of what you want to achieve is a little better. But that depends in the end of the agreement you have with the companies and the models you can use. So I like API. It's API AI. It's really easy, and I created some skills for my local Google Home, and it really works like a charm. So I can recommend making some experience with that, as long as you are aware of that it's a cloud solution, that everything goes through the American Google Cloud.
Thanks for all the questions. For one, on the other side of the webinar, and thanks for your answers, Sascha. That was very interesting. I think as always the comments on YouTube will remain open. So any question you may have watching the recording, just let us know, and we will forward the questions to Sascha. We will be back in 2 weeks' time, back I think on the regular schedule of having the webinars on Thursdays. Next time we're going to talk about industrial IoT and how to program PLCs using Eclipse for DIAC and using protocols like such as OPC, UAR, and QTT. So it should be a good one. There will be a very complete, very real live demo of open source controlling industrial automation devices. So that's something I will be very much looking forward for. And yeah, thanks very much everyone for watching. Thank you again, Sascha, for your time and for the very cool presentation, very entertaining. Like I was saying on Twitter, yeah, I basically was laughing out loud at the demo. That was really, really cool. So thanks everyone, and we'll be back in 2 weeks. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.